现在开始广播，所有参与者都处于仅收听模式。
Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry, probably got something wrong with the audio connection, okay? Anyway, guys, I was just talking about this. Thank you so much for joining our session today. I'm Jason from Yeastar training team, and our session will be started in a couple of minutes, okay? Sorry, guys, I'll probably get something wrong with the audio connection there. Okay, sure, thank you, guys. Thank you for the feedback. I'm sorry about that, okay? So like I mentioned, I guess probably we have some other participants. They're probably just on the way, so we can get started in a couple of minutes, okay? So let's just wait for a couple of minutes, okay? By the way, guys, thank you for the feedback. And also in today's session, we have another presenter from Hikvision, Mr. Taylor. How's it going? I can see you now.
Hi, good morning, guys. Welcome. Thank you.
So how's everything going?
No, it's all good. All good on my side. Thank you. Okay. And thanks for having us.
Sure. Glad to see you guys here. Glad to see you, Taylor.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so let's just wait for a couple of minutes, I guess. Like I mentioned, some customers, they're probably just on the way. We can give them a couple of minutes. We're going to get started a little bit later. Okay, got a question here is, can we get a copy of a recording of this webinar? Of course, guys, this webinar will be recorded. So after the session, you guys will be able to get the recorded webinar. Don't worry about that. And also, by the way, for the presentation, I will also update you guys the presentation a little bit later after the session. So don't worry about that, okay? Thank you for the question. Okay, thank you. All right, so you ready, Taylor? I guess we can probably get started.
Yeah, all good. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So let me just introduce ourselves formally right now. I'm Jason from Yeastar training team. So I'll be the presenter of today's session. I will talk about some details of our Yeastar solution and also this integration solution, which is quite interesting. I believe you guys are going to be very interested in our solution today. And here we have another presenter, Mr. Taylor. You can just introduce yourself, please.
Cool, thanks. Guys, my name is Jock Taylor. I'm a pre-sales engineer for Hikvision South Africa, and I'll be doing the Hikvision part of this presentation, which is obviously the indoor and outdoor intercom systems. Thanks, Jason.
Okay, sure. Thank you for your introduction. I guess I'm gonna get started. Okay. And also, guys, by the way, if you have any questions during today's session, you can jump in anytime. You guys can see there's a chat panel, so please simply just drop your questions in the chat panel, and I will just take a pause, answer your questions anytime. All right, so feel free. And let's just get started. Let's jump in. Okay. So today we're actually going to talk about. I saw some questions which are very interesting. Are there any snacks during the webinar? Well, if you want to have some snacks, I will try my best, but I can't. I'm not in South Africa. I'm sorry about that. Okay, anyway, I'm going to get started. Okay, so today's session, this is going to be really interesting, guys, because I do believe some of you guys are quite familiar with the telephony system. Some of you guys are quite familiar with the intercom system. Previously, no one can ever imagine there's a connection. There's a possibility for us to build a connection between two different platforms. I'm sorry, for creating an integrated solution, but actually it is. It's totally possible. Let's take a look. Today, we're going to talk about this integration solution. All right. Just like I introduced you guys at the very beginning, we actually, put Hikvision intercom systems and our Yeastar telephony system. We put them together, and this is going to be a completely integrated solution. So it means if we're talking about the solution for business users, as we know, for business users, 9 times out of 10, they're going to use the intercom system for access control, for security, for broadcast. Anyway, it's quite popular. But on the other side, telephony system is so important. I mean, for any kind of business users in this world, definitely they're supposed to use the telephony system. That's just the way how they do business. Very important. So this time we put these two platforms together, means they can totally work together, and that will be a pretty dynamic solution. And let's just take a look. So I would prefer to show you guys this topology at the very beginning. All right, have a look here. Let's see, how do we make it work? All right, this might probably something we just care about, right? We're so curious about this, and let me show you guys. So as we know, if we're talking about the using scenario for business users, like an office, like a building, even like a university campus, hospitality, anyway, talking about the door phone, the access control, we're actually going to use Hikvision intercom door station, of course, just like this, right? So for the gate, your gate, let's see, public gate, the access control, we're actually going to fix this kind of intercom with the camera. That's a pretty good high quality. That's top-notch product, of course. So some visitors, if they're there, they can simply just press the button, ring the bell to tell the people who's in charge in the security center, hey, I'm the visitor, right? Now, the point is we can actually register this kind of intercom on our PBX, on our Yeastar P-Series PBX. You know what? We can definitely register the intercom on our PBX as an extension. So if you press the button on the, on the gate, the public gate area, anyway, that's kind of like you just send a call through our PBX to IP phone, in the security center. You guys can see in it's quite flexible. You have two different options. It's totally flexible. You can fix the indoor station on the wall. You can also take the IP phone on your desktop. And besides, just like I mentioned, we get a camera, right? So if you're in charge of the security, you want to figure out who's out there, simply just grab your phone, because we got a big screen there. You guys can see that's some different model. Some advanced model provides you the big screen. You can just definitely monitor, the current situation. You can definitely identify who's out there. This is a pretty dynamic solution. I believe this is so easy to use, and it's really functional. So this is the first one we can do here. And the second one is I also put something else there, like a ticket vending machine intercom. This is also interesting, guys. Previously I was talking about the intercom solution, like face-to-face communication, but sometimes for some public areas, like outdoor parking lot, this kind of public area, makes there's no one's there. If you're in the public parking lot, got something wrong there, you probably need our help. you probably need someone who can, especially some emergency situation. So we can definitely put the intercom. We can definitely fix the intercom on this ticket vending machine. That's pretty smart, guys. This is a pretty smart idea. And you know what? Everything can be connected by the local area network, just like I posted here. You guys can see LAN. So everything is connected by the local area network. So if I'm in the parking lot, I need help. I need someone, to assist me for some situation. I don't know what's going on there, but I just need help. So I can simply press the button on the vending machine because we got a built-in intercom. There are many options from Hikvision. Definitely, you can just choose any of them. Fix it on this vending machine. You just simply press the button. That's kind of like a send a call through our PBX to the IP phone. That's just the same thing which I was talking about before. You simply just press the button, send a call to the security center. And the guy who's in the security center simply just grab the phone, pick it up. That's it. This is very dynamic, very functional, right? And something else we can do here is, just like I mentioned, I'm talking about the telephony system, P-Series PBX. Don't forget it. So for office users, definitely you need a telephony system. So for telephony system, you can register all of your IP phones on our P-Series PBX for creating this internal communication system. And also, I guess another thing which is very interesting, which is very popular, is called remote working, guys. Don't forget remote working. Excuse me. Last year, even this year, we're under this pandemic issue. This is nothing good. It really sucks, but it just totally changes the way how we work. It changes the way how we communicate. So remote working is so important. Now, for the Yeastar solution, we also gave you guys another option, which is called Yeastar Linkus. This is a free application. You can get it from Google Play App Store on your mobile, on your computer. If you prefer, you can also use the Linkus web client. So that's definitely another dynamic remote working solution. You can definitely use it for communication, and you can also use it for door control, guys. That's pretty smart. For example, like currently I'm not in the office. I get a business trip or I get something else to do. I'm out of the office. So now I get a visitor. Visitor is in my office there, and he's pressed the button. He's pressing the button right now, but I don't know who's there, right? So everything's connected by the local area network, and everything can be registered. I can pick it up. That's the way how I'm gonna have this kind of remote door control. Pretty smart. I mean, that's definitely give you another option. You never tried this before, but this time you can do it. All right. So this is another solution. And by the way, on our right hand, you guys can see I also put something else like the speaker. I'm sorry, you guys can see I put something else like speaker. So if we're looking for another kind of solution, which is broadcast, just like I mentioned at the very beginning, we can totally use this kind of integrated solution for university, for high school, for campus, right? So don't forget the speaker, right? We can find some SIP speaker, many options from Hikvision. You guys can definitely fix those SIP speakers in the school, in the campus. And we can do the same thing. We can just register those speakers on our PBX as the extension. So I can simply jump into this P-Series PBX, create a paging group, because we got a feature is so cool. It's simply just create a paging group there, and then if I want to play the announcement, or I want to play some broadcast, or even the music, like the school's time's out, I want to do something similar, I can exactly do it there. But anyway, this is just like a general introduction overview of our whole solution. I'm going to talk about those in details one by one. So let's keep going. All right. First thing first, we're actually going to talk about the P-Series system, because everything's going to be based on our brand new P-Series system. This is the core system for the whole solution. So we're actually going to register our IP phones, our links, our any kind of terminals, like Hikvision terminals anyway, on our P-Series PBX. So this is the way how we create this dynamic system for the whole solution. And what is the P-Series system? Let me just give you guys a brief introduction. All right. P-Series system is totally a dynamic system designed for SME users, small and medium-sized enterprise users. If you're looking for a dynamic communication platform, this might be the best choice for you, because this platform can totally gives you all the key telephony features with no doubt. And if you're looking for more advanced unified communication solutions, for example, like instant message, contacts management, operator panel, video call, video conference, anyway, this is just a dynamic platform, just the right choice for you. So that's the P-Series system. I'm going to make it be a little bit brief, keep it tight. So let's keep going for more details of the P-Series system. We totally have 3 different models from the P-Series. We got a P550, P560, and P570. 3 models can cover from 50 users to 500 users. So this is exactly the answer for SME users. So if you're a business owner, you want to start your business, and definitely you need a telephony system, take it, all right? Take any of them. This is just going to be the answer for you, because this platform can completely help you to create a very powerful, very advanced system for communication. No matter this is internal communication or external communication, pretty good choice. And something interesting I want to talk about here is all of these 3 models, guys, they can support NFC configuration. You know what? Because traditionally, if you try to configure the system, you're supposed to use your computer, jump in, or, you know, it's a little bit tricky. Now, our P-Series system gives you a better option, you know, because usability, user experience is so important for Yeastar. We do care about our customers' user experience. So you can simply take your mobile with Link's mobile application, just like I mentioned before. Simply scan the Yeastar logo. You guys can see on the front side panel there. That's just the way how you configure the network configuration for a PBX directly. Even you don't have a power supply for your system, but you can do it directly, and then connect the power, turn it on. Your system gonna work under your configuration automatically. So this is a very user-friendly system. It's not like a traditional tricky, complex telephony system. Not like that. This is totally a future-proof solution. I guess we can call this as like a next-gen system. Okay, let's keep going. Here's some parameters. Just want to post it here for your reference. Let's take a look. Like I mentioned, 3 models are designed for SME market, of course, and you know what? If you prefer to have a pure IP solution, you know, you can take any of these 3 models or deploy it in the office. That's just a pure IP-based communication solution. But if you prefer to have a hybrid system, I guess some customers, they just want to know, hey, is that possible for me to connect my PSTN telephone line, or I get a digital channel? Is that possible for me to have a hybrid solution? The answer is absolutely yes. You guys can see we can support FXS, FXO, even the BRI, even PRI, E1. Anyway, this is a pretty dynamic choice for you. So whatever you're looking for, you take the P-Series system, that's totally capable for the solution. All right, now let's keep going. So here's the deal. Probably you guys just want to know, hey, how can I customize the system for FXS, for FXO, the hardware? How does it look like? Well, our hardware is called modular design system. You can simply take a screwdriver, open the box, take our Yeastar modules, tiny little chip. You know, you can use these tiny chips, plug and play for the system customization. Like if I get some analog terminals, like a fax machine, analog phone, right? I can simply just take the S2 module, the green one, fix it on my system directly, and then on the front side panel, I will have the interface for the analog terminal connection. That's just a completely plug and play solution. That's it. All right, many options are available. You can have OT module for FXO. You can also have the mobile module for SIM card. So you will be able to have a cordless solution for communication as well. Okay, take a look. This is just the example. This is how we customize the hardware, guys. Very simple. Like I mentioned, take the screwdriver, open the box, fix it in the system, plug and play. I think there's a funny story. You know, funny story is I usually tell people this is kind of like a Lego. Sounds very funny, but that's the truth. That's just the way how we customize the system. Very simple. No need some complex, tricky configuration for this part. Okay. So let's keep going. By the way, I got a question here. Some questions I think my colleagues, they just answered you guys directly. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for answering the question. I saw this question. Is the Hikvision integration only available to the P-Series PBX? Actually, today we're talking about P-Series PBX. I guess some of you guys know that we have some other models. We also have S-Series PBX. So if you try to put S-Series PBX and Hikvision system together, that's also supported. Okay. So don't worry about it. Thank you for the question. I'm just going to keep going. All right. By the way, we have another module. Another module is for P550 and P560. These model, I'm sorry, P560 and P570. I got it confused. I'm sorry, guys. This module is called D30. This is also a tiny chip. This chip is so amazing because if you want to change your system capacity, you don't have to buy another unit. You can simply fix this tiny chip in your system. For example, every single unit of the DSP module can support 100 users plus 30 concurrent calls additionally. So I can simply just fix this module on my system to expand the system capacity. That's so cool, guys. I can just use my screwdriver, open the box, plug and play. There you go. I just got a bigger system. So that's pretty cool, very flexible. All right, and let's keep going. And by the way, just like I mentioned, today's session, we're talking about this integration solution. So really appreciate Hikvision and also ourselves, Yeastar, our team. So, you know, we both are working so hard on it. So we make it happen, make it work. It's totally possible for us to have this integrated solution. And by the way, we got a very good compatibility with Hikvision devices. So now, I guess I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Taylor. He's going to talk about more details of Hikvision systems. Okay, Taylor, you can keep going. I'm going to switch you as the presenter.
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
Okay. Okay, now you can share your screen.
Okay, perfect. Can you guys see my screen? Jason, can you see it?
I can see it.
All right, thanks, guys. Okay, so the Hikvision part, obviously we're going to start looking at the IP products trend, and you can clearly see at the bottom there the annual growth rate of IP devices compared to analog devices. Obviously, there's quite a big increase already in the necessity for IP products. We'll share some advantages of the IP in the next couple of slides, but you can quite clearly see there, and obviously the prediction within the next couple of years and obviously in the future thereafter is definitely for IP intercoms to gradually take over the intercom market. So you can see on the right hand side, obviously we've got our outdoor and indoor intercom devices. If it's over the network, it just makes the installation much easier. And obviously from an integration point of view, especially with the guys like Yeastar, it just makes it easier as well going onto a single platform. You can see the advantages there. Network transmission obviously guarantees better image, currently up to 2 megapixel and probably in the future even higher megapixel and resolutions. And then as mentioned, much easier to integrate with IP systems or third-party systems. It just streamlines the whole process. Then another trend is obviously from a screen perspective. You can also once again see the growth rate there on the 7-inch indoor stations, about a 5.8% increase that are predicted once again in the next couple of years. So definitely another trend that the market is showing quite clearly. Obviously, the advantages of using larger screens is obviously a better appearance, so it's much easier to see what's going on. If you've got cameras connected to your intercom system, once again, you've got better picture quality, and you can just see much better, and you can also put the screen further away, and once again, it just makes sense to go for larger screens, up to obviously a specific resolution. Then the system highlights of our IP video intercom systems from a security point of view. Obviously, excellent image, offers you a better visual experience. If you've got cameras connected to it, once again, which obviously we can do from the surveillance point of view, Once again, you can monitor the cameras in the surrounding areas around your house. Everything can then just be integrated smoothly into your intercom system. We've got a mobile app, so whether you use the Yeastar option or whether you use our own Hik Connect solution, obviously the mobile app is freely available. Intercoms to that specific system as well. You can unlock by face. You've got quite a wide field of view, 120-degree angle, meaning it doesn't really matter where that person stands in front of the outdoor intercom. You'll be able to see at least who's standing in front of the intercom via your indoor intercom system, and you'll be able to then obviously guide whether you're going to open or whatever the case might be. Fast deployment with a PoE, so we've got standard PoE, which is very important on our Generation 2 intercom systems. Standard PoE just make systems, everything basically to one switch. It's all on the same network, and because it's standard PoE, it just makes sense, and it makes the whole installation much easier. Plug and play, once again, it adds to the ease of installation and ease of use. Then from an integration point of view, you can see there the easy to integrate with OnViv protocols, ESRP, as well as Android integration options that are available. Okay, then the outdoor station, it's obviously a modular station that we have. You can see on the left-hand side the standard modules. Basically, it means that you can build your own modular door station. You can see in the center there the picture. That is basically a combination of different modular stations that we've added with obviously that specific housing. So you can decide which combination you actually want to be able to then open. You only want the camera with one button. If it's a larger system, you obviously need that keypad module so that you'll be able to put in unit 100, for example, to dial through to that specific location. So very important to understand whether it's a small system, large system, it doesn't really matter. You can see on the left-hand side the different modules that you can add, and that's anything from a one button to dial through to maybe reception area, or you can dial directly to each unit inside the complex maybe. You've got card readers and also blank modules. You see the last unit there, blank module. So if you've got the specific bracket on the right hand side to build your modular door station, if something goes out or you've got a blank spot, obviously you can just add a blank module to just fill it up and still look very professional. Now, some of the features of the KD 8003, which is obviously our main outdoor station, DC 12 volts or standard PoE, as mentioned. So depending on what is available, obviously 12 volts is very flexible, and then standard PoE, which just makes, once again, the installation much easier. Encoding capability, 720p at 30 frames per second, which is quite a high resolution. Where the person is going to stand. So 720p, once again, more than sufficient to give you high resolution or high enough resolution at least. If you use cards for access control purposes, once again, the outdoor station supports that as well. And up to 10,000 cards can be managed through one outdoor station. 100 main indoor stations supported, which is quite a lot. Unlocking record of about 2,000, and then the extension support is up to 8. And then at the bottom, just a summary of some of the features. Obviously 2 megapixel, 180-degree wide dynamic range view. So it all depends on which module you're actually going to use. Okay. Then we also have for smaller systems, which we call our villa stations. Now, villa stations is obviously just a 1, 2, or 4 button unit. So it's obviously for smaller households or something with maybe a granny flat at the back that you want to dial. So these are just for smaller applications. You can see the first unit and the second unit and the third unit. The main difference there would be the amount of buttons. The first one is 1 button, 2 button, and then the third one is 4 buttons. So to be able to dial to a specific unit or indoor location. On the right-hand side, we also have the outdoor mounting brackets, just once again to make the units more protected, and it gives it an IP65 rating. You can see that at the bottom. Once again, 2 megapixel with infrared, so it even means if it's pitch dark, you'll still be able to see the person standing in front of the intercom unit. Standard PoE as mentioned, which is vital. And once again, a very wide angled view, 129 degrees of angle, so you'll be able to see clearly who's standing in front of the unit and maybe in the surrounding areas as well. Is there someone else standing behind the person? IK08 rating for vandal proof, and then also Wi-Fi supported. So in the code there, if it's got a W in the code, then obviously that supports Wi-Fi. So very important as well from an installation point of view. If you can get power to the unit, then you don't necessarily need network cable to it, as long as it's within the Wi-Fi range. And if we look at some of the indoor stations, it's obviously the device that goes inside, where the outdoor station will dial through. So once again, different options. You can see there's a 7-inch indoor option and also a 10-inch indoor. So obviously a larger screen, and as we mentioned in the first couple of slides, obviously the trend is towards larger screens, and for obvious reasons, it just makes sense for most people to go for a larger screen, more visibility, easier to use. Touchscreen, so once again, it just adds to the ease of use by using a touchscreen. You don't need a mouse or something else to be able to work on the unit. Touchscreen just makes sense going forward. 4-step startup wizard means plug and play, very easy to set up, and then obviously easy to use thereafter. As mentioned, you can use the Yeastar application, or we've got our own Hikvision application as well. And once again, if you dial through to the unit and it's on the internet and the person is not at home, you can also dial through to the Hikvision app, and you'll be able to have a conversation, open the door, etc. via the Hikvision app. As mentioned, PoE installation just makes the installation easier. It makes it cheaper as well, because you might have PoE switches already installed for your IP cameras maybe. So by just adding the indoor stations, there's no additional charges for the switches for PoE side. And then the alarm in and out for third-party integration or third-party lights that you want to switch on, or maybe panic buttons that you want to press. All of those type of things you can obviously then integrate via a hard wire. Okay, and then obviously the Hikvision SIP speaker that Jason mentioned as well, where you'll be able to install these maybe on the outside. You can see, once again, supports PoE, so it makes the installation easier. It's obviously through the network that you communicate, so it makes it much easier to broadcast specific messages or communicate with people via the intercom system. Once again, suitable for indoor and outdoor. Temperature rating, you can see there, 0 to 55, which is perfect for South African conditions. SD card broadcast, so you can have a predefined audio message that you can actually play through this speaker if you want to. And then an add-on feature is obviously a built-in microphone, which means whoever is communicating, you'll be able to pick up that sound as well through the SIP speaker. Right, and that's it from the Hikvision point of view. So I'm going to once again hand over to Jason, and he can continue with his part. Thanks, Jason. I think I lost your audio, Jason.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, now I'm back. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it back here. Now you guys can all see my screenshot, right? Let's talk about the solutions. Let's talk about more details of the solution. So I guess for our integrated solution, I'm gonna talk about it from 4 different parts. Okay, part 1, I'm gonna talk about the access control. For this part, with Hikvision devices. And part 2 is going to be office broadcast. Well, not just office broadcast. You can also use it for, I guess, for a shopping mall, for airport, for university campus. It's pretty dynamic. And number 3 is going to be some unified communication solutions for, business users communication. Then the last one, I would just make a, kind of like a summary, talk about our solutions. So here we go. Let's keep going. All right, the first one I'm going to talk about is the access control solution, just like I mentioned at the very beginning, because as we know, all of our Hikvision devices, they can support SIP. And the good thing is Yeastar P-Series PBX supports basic SIP. Nothing else, nothing additional, just the basic SIP. So if your device can support SIP, there's no problem. So here's just our opportunity. The opportunity for both of us is the Hikvision device can support SIP. We can support SIP. There you go. We can simply just deploy all of our devices in the same local area network. The only thing I'm going to need to do here is I would just need to create some extensions on my P-Series PBX. And then back to those terminal devices, I would just simply register them on my P-Series PBX. So each one of my devices is going to work as an extension for the PBX. Means they're all connected with each other. So the communication between them is kind of like two different telephones make a call with each other. That's it. So this solution is going to be pretty dynamic. You can definitely fix the outdoor access control like this. You guys can see Hikvision Intercom door station with the camera. That's a pretty cool stuff, right? We can definitely fix this out of the office. So if ring bell, and there's also a camera can show us who's there. We can also use IP phone. Now for IP phone, it's pretty flexible. You have so many choices in the market. You can find any kind of IP phones. They can also register. They can all register on our PBX with no doubt. A standard SIP once again. So if you prefer, you can definitely purchase some high quality, advanced model with a big monitor. You can definitely, just check on your monitor, figuring out who's out there. So this is a pretty dynamic solution for this access control. And also for the other situation, for another scenario, we can also use some, access control. We just built it in. Make it be the built-in device in the ticket vending machine, or not just ticket vending machine. This is just an example. You can even fix it on something like, for example, sometimes like in the gasoline station. I guess probably you guys call it petrol station. Anyway, same thing. If there's no one serves you, you can probably fix some column. You can also build in the intercom. So if I got some situation in the gasoline station, in the gas station, the rule, I cannot grab my mobile, make a call. No, I'm not going to do that. That's the crazy people, right? I will actually just use this intercom. I can also press the button, send this emergency call to people who's in the office. Just tell him that, hey, I need your help. And also, you can do the same thing for like an elevator. You can also fix the intercom in the elevator, and the elevator and the office, they can also be connected by the local area network through our PBX. This is a pretty dynamic solution, guys. There are so many possibilities for us to explore it, to push the solution, to deploy the solution in different kind of scenarios. It's very dynamic, of course. And on the other side, just don't forget, we have remote office, right? Could be remote office, could be your home office. Anyway, you work remotely. If someone's visiting you in the office right now, don't forget Yeastar Linkus. We got this free application. So how about you use the application on your mobile or your computer? You will have this flexibility to control it. So generally speaking, I guess we got a few benefits, a few advantages, like a posted here. They can ring simultaneously. This is very important. You got a visitor out there. We can ring it simultaneously. It means you can have a phone ring on the IP phone. You can also have the phone ring on your mobile, on your Linkus. If you prefer, this is totally supported. And by the way, this is going to be a remote access control solution. I think that's quite popular for the current situation. Pandemic issue, it was really bad, but we really need such a solution. So this is just the answer. And also we have call forwarding. If someone's calling you, we can also forward the call to the other destination, because everything's based on the telephony system. So this is not a big deal. Pretty easy to do it. And we can have visual intercom. Just like I mentioned, you can have the monitor phone in your office. You can have the indoor station in your office. Anyway, face-to-face communication. That's pretty flexible, very convenient. And multiple terminals are so flexible, so you can choose whichever you prefer for this dynamic solution, right? So this is about the first part, the first solution, the access control solution. All right, let's just keep going. The next part, how do we configure this? Well, I'm not going to talk about exactly how we configure. I want you guys to have a look here. Take a look here, all right? This solution is based on our PBX. We got a feature, it's called paging and intercom. It's so easy for you to configure this, guys. I got a screenshot here. I just want you guys to take a look here. I will simply create a bunch of extensions, like I said before, and then I will just create a paging. I would just create a group of intercom. That's it. I've already selected 3 devices. So 3 devices are in this time. If I want to use the intercom for this solution, I can just create a, such an intercom group like this. Very easy. Just a couple of minutes if you're familiar with our system for the configuration. Okay. The next one is going to be broadcast solution. For broadcast solution, this is also very dynamic, and I guess this is quite popular. Honestly, we got something similar. We've already used our Yeastar P-Series PBX do something similar in our domestic market. In our domestic market, some business users, they've already used our P-Series PBX with this feature, which is paging for broadcast. But I guess they're not using Hikvision speaker. They're using some analog speaker, old-fashioned way, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure for our solution, we don't need analog speaker. Analog is like an old school style. More customers, they're willing to use completely all IP solution. So if you're looking for an all IP solution, this is just a pretty good choice, right? We have Hikvision, high-quality speaker with Yeastar high-quality P-Series PBX. We can completely create a feature based on our PBX. It's called paging group. We can just create a paging group. Then we can assign all of our speakers, our IP files in the same paging group. Then if I want to play the announcement or I want to play broadcast music anyway, like a shopping mall, something, I can just grab my phone, make a call to this paging group directly, and then I can just start talking. So I'll be able to play the announcement to the public directly. This is the way how we make it work. I just remember there's an example about based on this paging feature in our domestic market. It's an airport, guys, in Qingdao International Airport. So if you guys have a chance to visit that city, you must do it. That's a beautiful city, tourism city, by the way. This paging feature for the broadcast. That's just exactly the thing. So the good thing is, guys, this paging feature is built in the PBX. It's totally built-in feature on our PBX. You don't need to spend additional time or additional money for figuring out this. You don't have to do that. Save your time, save your money. You deploy the PBX in the office, you can do it directly, right? And also the broadcast is just like you mentioned. Multiple flexible terminals are totally supported. You can use IP phone, you can use mobile. Like if I'm the person who's in charge, I want to play the announcement right now, but I'm not in the office. I can just grab my mobile and I can play this announcement through my mobile. That's also something I can do. Quite flexible, right? And also we got another advanced feature. It's called scheduled paging. So if I want to play the automatic broadcast, I can even do that, especially for high school, for elementary school, for shopping mall, even for the airport, train station. Anyway, sometimes we might probably play some music, especially for school, like school's time's out, every day, 4:00 p.m., we're just going to play music to kids. So, this is like automatic broadcast. I don't need to grab my phone to play the music every single day. That's weird. I can definitely set a scheduled paging on our P-Series PBX, and then till the time comes there, our system will just automatically play the music, which you've already set it in the system in advance through our Hikvision speaker to public, to kids automatically. So this is, yeah. Let's keep going. So this is exactly the way how we configure it. The same page, you guys can see, same screenshot, but I will just need to make the type as the one-way paging. I will just make a little bit modification there. Then the solution is gonna be switch it from the intercom solution to paging solution. Okay. And also we have internal announcement. This is another option for you. Internal announcements is like we also support one-way multicast paging. So sometimes maybe I don't want to play the public broadcast. I just want to leave an audio message to my colleagues. So I don't need to play the announcement to the speaker publicly. This is weird. I want to give them some private audio message like that. So I can simply choose one-way multicast paging. Then I will just leave my audio message in this multicast channel. Then for other guys, they will be able to get the audio message from their IP phone. They can just grab their phone, press the function key, then they will be able to get the audio message from this multicast channel directly. This is another option. Okay. And let's talk about this. Set a schedule, then start the auto broadcast. Just like I mentioned, we do support the scheduled paging feature. Configuration is pretty simple, but it's really functional, guys, especially for some scenarios like this. Airport, train station, school, shopping mall, anyway, public area, or even the office. Like for example, like every day, probably 3 p.m. Anyway, this is about the break, break hour. Let's just take a break, for example. I want to play music automatically, so I can do the same thing. Set a schedule there, and then, when the time comes, the system will just automatically play the broadcast. You don't have to do anything there. Everything can be handled by the system. I mean, that's more like it. That's more intelligent. Exactly the solution what we're looking for. Okay. And next one. Okay. Next solution based on the PCER system is going to be some unified communication solution for office stuff, because eventually PCER's PBX is not just a platform for intercom, for speaker, for broadcast. You can also use PCER's PBX for all kinds of communication. That's really dynamic. So if you're looking for the internal communication and external communication, like making calls, definitely this is just a thing which can do it, right? You can have your IP phone there. You can even have the analog phone with our gateway. We also provide you guys gateway, Yeastar gateways, many options. And you can also use Linkus mobile client, a Linkus PC client, or if you prefer, you can also use the Linkus web client. So forget about the application. So flexible. Many terminals are totally supported based on the PCER's PBX for your communication. And about the Linkus, by the way, this is something so important, guys. I guess some of you guys are quite familiar with this. If you're not, please give it a try, all right? Please just contact us. Give it a try. We got this Linkus UC application for free. So you can get the application from Google Play, from App Store, and there's another option, which is the web client. So if you don't want to use the application, you can just use your browser. Take your computer with your browser, jump into the PBX directly. We got a web client. Based on the web client, lots of unified communication features are supported. Now let's have a look. First of all, if you're using the applications, all the key telephony features are supported with no doubt. Even for your call management, traditionally, the way how we manage the calls, we're supposed to use the IP phone with the dial pad with a bunch of feature codes. That's the old-fashioned way for you to manage your calls. Now this time, guys, guess what? We got an application. Everything's visualized on my screen. So if I want to have some call management, I don't need to use the feature code, guys. What is the feature code? It really doesn't matter this time. Everything can be handled on this screen, on my mobile or on my computer. I'm a web client. I can use my mouse control, drag and drop, do whatever I prefer. Simplified. And by the way, if we're using the PC application, we can also support the CRM integration. So generally speaking, this is exactly a pretty dynamic solution for Office users. Okay. And this web client, by the way, enhanced web client, it's exactly a dynamic solution for the future. Let me just give you an example. If you want to have a audio call, use your web client, use the browser, use your mouse control. That's it. If you want to have a video call, you do the same thing. Just click on your mouse. You can start a face-to-face communication with your colleagues. And even if you prefer to have a meeting, like video conference, right? I want to share my presentation to my customers, video conference, right? You can definitely do it. This P-Series PBX supports it with no doubt. So this is exactly a pretty good solution for your future, for the future communication. And let's take a look. Even for remote working solution, guys, which I was talking about several times, I guess, even for remote working solution on the P-Series PBX, we got a pretty smart solution, which is called remote access service, because, you know, when you work remotely, the connection might be an issue because you're supposed to figure out some network configuration, port forwarding, NAT configuration, public IP address, which are so complex, which are not good for our security. If anyone else, if anyone out there, he or she knows your IP address, they can just jump into your system totally, mess up with everything. Now this time we got this secured, enhanced, encrypted private tunnel for your remote access. It's called remote access service. It's available on our P-Series PBX. So next time, if you're gonna work remotely, you don't have to configure anything on your router for the network configuration. And that remote connection is totally covered by this encrypted private tunnel. All right. And by the way, we can also support Microsoft Teams. So if you're using Microsoft Teams, this integration is totally supported. So if you prefer to use Teams for making calls, you can do it. We do support it. All right. And let me just give you guys a summary here. So generally speaking, the P-Series system is a pretty dynamic platform, not just for making calls. Absolutely, just like we were talking about today. We're providing you guys this pretty dynamic integrated solution with Hikvision. So if you're looking for the hybrid solution, the dynamic solution for your intercom broadcast, you guys can see it. This P-Series PBX platform is so compatible for everything. You know, it's just totally compatible for such a solution. And also, like I mentioned before about Linkus, about the unified communications, this is not just a solution. This is not just a traditional PBX. You know, we're not just talking about a traditional IP PBX for communication. This is exactly a centralized platform for all kinds of integration, for all kinds of dynamic solution. That's it. You can work in the office. You can work remotely. You can use it for multiple offices. You can use it for broadcast. You can use it for intercom. You can even use it for service center, for call center. Anyway, that's it. And also, just like we were talking about before, give you guys several examples. So you take our Yeastar P-Series PBX with Hikvision devices. This kind of solution is not just for business users only. You can definitely use it for all kinds of industries. I also give you guys several examples before, like education, for example, like a university, high school, hospitality, even government users. They can do the same thing, something similar, like some public service area. For example, like a shopping mall, like a train station. Anyway, this is so flexible for us. So many possibilities for us to do it. Okay. All right. I guess that was all I have for my session today. And by the end of today's session, I get something special. Want to talk about it here. Now, first thing I want to talk about here is we provide something. We actually prepared something special offer for you guys. So this is our Yeastar special offer, P-Series PBX special offer. You guys can take a look. It's called onboard offer. We give you guys this exclusive NFR discount for new partners. So if you guys are new for Yeastar community, this is just the time you can get this exclusive discount. All right. Based on our partner price. I'm sorry. Based on Yeastar partner price. Okay. Want to know more details? Feel free to contact us. This is our onboard offer, and also we have Hikvision special offer here as well. So once again, if you guys want to know more details about our Yeastar offer, Hikvision offer, anyway, especially if you're a new customer, you're a new partner for this community, all right? Please, please, please contact us. Here's our contacts. You guys can contact our sales reps, Bertie and Quentin, all right? I just posted their contacts over here, so you guys can drop a mail to them. You guys can also visit our website, www.yeastar.com or hikvision.com. Anyway, we both have YouTube channel, by the way. You guys can subscribe our YouTube channel. We also have lots of video tutorials. I believe some of you guys can identify my voice. I record lots of videos on our YouTube channel. So want to know more details? There are so many ways. Contact us, drop an email, visit our website, or just subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. And guys, just wait a sec. I believe you guys have lots of questions right now, and you can probably just drop your questions in the chat panel. Another thing, guys, which is so important and so interesting is by the end of today's session, we also prepared a lucky draw for you guys. I guess you guys just want to know, so what is the lucky draw? How can we join the lucky draw? I guess I'm going to need to explain the rule for you guys. For today's lucky draw, you guys can see we actually prepared 1,000 Rand, the gift card actually. We got 6 prizes for 6 lucky guys. So how do you guys join the lucky draw? Pretty simple. You know, there's a chat panel in this GoToWebinar platform. You guys can drop your questions. Anyway, so later I will give you guys a signal. I will give you guys a signal and tell you guys, please enter a number. It could be 1, could be 2, could be 5, could be 7. It's just a random number. I don't know. I will just speak it out later. Then you guys just type the number in the chat panel, and then I will take a screenshot. So let's just see who's gonna be the first 6 lucky guys. Then you will be able to get this gift card. And that's just a rule, okay? Let's just hold it for a sec, all right? I guess you guys probably have some questions. So let's just take a look on questions first. Any questions, guys? Someone's already typing number 6. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be number 6, okay? I was just joking, all right. Okay, guys, any questions? Okay, got a question here is, what is the subscription fee for Linkus Cloud? Okay, good question, by the way. For P-Series PBX, we don't have Linkus Cloud. We don't call it Linkus Cloud. We call it subscription plans. On the P-Series PBX, you have 2 options. You have Enterprise plan and Ultimate plan. We charge you differently because 2 different options. And as for how much do we charge it for those subscription plans, I think you can contact our sales reps, or they will just give you a feedback later. Okay, thank you for the question. Another question is, when will stock available in, I don't know the name of the place. I'm sorry, guys, in South Africa. Anyway, let our sales reps confirm it with you, all right? Because I'm not so sure when. They probably know the exact date, okay? Okay, another question. Does SIP work on LAN and WAN? Yes, of course. It doesn't matter this is local area network or the public network. So SIP can definitely work it. That's it. Any other questions? Sorry, guys. Any other questions, guys? Once again, if you want to know more details about Yeastar solutions and Hikvision solutions, here's our contact, okay?
Yeah, I think for that question that Eugene asked, when the stock will be available in Bloemfontein, maybe you can just send an email to Quentin, and maybe Quentin can assist him with the ETAs.
Yeah, got another question is, can the setup be done remotely via TeamViewer, Exactual? Yes, of course. But I suggest you use our remote access service, because which I was talking about before. So if you enable the remote access service on the P-Series PBX, you don't even need to use the TeamViewer. You can access the PBX directly, securely, by the way, because you're going to use that, you know, the encrypted private tunnel for that remote access. Thank you. Another question, let's see this. Will SIP still connected if we use a cloud PBX but go offline? You use the cloud PBX or you use the hardware PBX. They both are based on SIP. Everything's based on SIP. You know, even for the integration, that's totally just based on SIP. Everything's based on SIP. That's just the point. Okay. Let's see another question. Do you need a central SIP server for WAN sites? What do you mean central SIP server? I didn't get it. For example? Okay, now the question is, I don't have experience with IP-PBX. I'm very impressed with the features of the PBX. Can you train me step by step with your product? Yes, of course. If you want to learn more details of our training, technical training, I get a technical training. You can just contact our sales reps. I think they can just update you my schedule. Welcome to my training, by the way. And also, you guys can subscribe our YouTube channel, just like I mentioned. I got lots of video tutorials available on the YouTube channel. I think you can just have a look there, step by step, and you can also register for my training. Okay, so anything else, guys? Any other questions? If there's no questions, I'm gonna go for next part, which is going to be the lucky draw session. No, please don't type any number now because I never see start. Okay, just hold there for a sec. All right. Okay, so you guys are ready for the lucky draw? If you're ready for the lucky draw, I guess probably we can get started. Okay, so now, just like I explained before, I will give you guys the signal. You guys can just follow my signal, type the random number, not the random number, by the way. I will just tell you which number you're supposed to type in the chat panel. Okay, I will make it clear. Okay, so ready? If you're ready, I'm gonna get started. So you guys, please get ready. Start typing the number. And the number you need to type in the chat panel is going to be 99. Whoa, we got so many numbers. Wait a sec. I'm going to take a screenshot. Okay, let me just take a screenshot here. Let's see who's going to be the lucky guys. All right, let me see here. Okay. Okay, guys, just wait a sec. I've already got the screenshot. I will share the screen to you guys. Okay, so just give me a sec. This is very interesting. Every single time, you know, if we have a lucky draw like this, then we got so many feedbacks. Okay, so anyway, guys, take a look here. We got a lucky draws. We get our lucky guys. So can you guys see this? Just like you mentioned, the rule is I'm gonna give you guys the signal. The number is 99, and you guys just type it in the chat panel. So our lucky guys for today's session will be you guys. Can you guys see it? Don't worry about it. Our sales reps, they will just contact you guys later after the session. Okay. So once again, thank you so much for joining our session, guys, and also congratulations. Thank you, guys. So any other questions, you can drop it in the chat panel. Feel free. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, now, guys, any other questions? Any questions about Yeastar solutions or Hikvision solutions, you can just drop it in the chat panel, please. And also, like you mentioned, don't forget to visit our websites. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channels. And if you want to know more details, contact Bertie and Quentin, okay? Okay, got a
contact our distributors. We've got the 4 distributors: ADI, PinSec, Sensor, and Regal. Or if you don't want to contact them, you can also go through Quentin, and Quentin will direct you in the right direction.
Yeah, sure. Another question, where will we be able to get the download for this webinar? This webinar will be recorded, by the way, and I think you guys will get that's kind of like a recorded webinar link. I mean, it's kind of like a playback. You can see it. But don't worry about it. This video will also be updated by our sales reps. I mean, our sales reps, they can also share you guys the recorded webinar. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Let's see some other questions. This one, where can we get training on the setup process of configuring the Hike door station to the Yeastar PBX? Okay, so if you want to know more details about this part, contact our sales reps. Probably we will need to make arrangement for that part of training, all right? For more details, of course. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So any other questions? Anything else? On the cell network or just IP costs? I think you're asking about like a 4G LTE. I'm sorry, that's like a VoLTE, right? If you want to know the VoLTE, yes, we do support it. We do support it. So if you have the 4G module with the 4G SIM card, you want to make a call, the VoLTE is supported. So you can make a call through your SIM card directly, or you can also use it for the VoLTE for making calls. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay, this question, wait a second. Does it do both VoLTE and IP calls? Yes, of course. Sure thing. I think VoLTE is like an IP call. That's like a cordless IP call. So if you have VoLTE service, you can definitely use it for making calls directly. All right. Another question, will you send the equipments needed for my demo? I don't know, what do you need? You probably need to contact our sales reps for more details. Okay. All right, another question is concurrently. All right, you just want to know, can we have two different calls simultaneously through the different channels, right? Like a VoLTE and the SIP chunk. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, sure, it can work. It can work. It can definitely work. The only thing you're supposed to do there is just jump into the system, configure the outbound route. Well, we called it outbound route. So like, for example, I create outbound routes. I create several outbound routes with different selected channels. I got a VoLTE, I got a SIP chunk, I got a PSTN telephone line. Anyway, I can just make a call simultaneously because the system is capable for handling that. That's the concurrent call. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, some of you guys probably are asking about the demo unit. I think that was asking about the demo unit. Yeah. For demo unit, yes, we can support something like that, but you probably need to contact our sales reps. they can give you more details like how do we provide you the demo unit for this kind of like a test. Don't worry about that, but just contact our sales reps. Please contact Bertie. Bertie at Yeastar.com. There you go. Okay. So far, we're all clear, and yeah, that was all we have. Thank you, guys, and also thank you, Taylor. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presentation.
Only a pleasure. Thanks, guys. Thanks. It's great to partner with you guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, so guess that was all we have for today's session, guys. Once again, want to know more details about Yeastar